If you are stuck at a certain rating and are constantly thinking of giving up chess, then this video is for you. Because today I'm gonna give you 8 powerful tips to get better in chess. So first things first, know the rules thoroughly. And having said that, just knowing the piece movement in chess is not enough. You should understand the power and value of each piece in the game. You should know the various types of ways in which you can draw a game. You should be aware of the concept of legal and illegal moves and so on and so forth. In short, if I put this in the words of the famous scientist Albert Einstein, you have to learn the rules of the game and then you have to play better than anyone else. Tip number 2. Study the openings but don't memorize them. And this is a serious mistake that every chess player makes. They think that they are going to memorize everything and then execute what they have just by hearted. Well, do you know how many chess openings are there? There are more than thousands of chess openings. How in the world are you ever gonna memorize them? And even if you do, assuming that you have some exceptional brain, how is it gonna help you win the chess game anyway? Because a chess game consists of opening, middle game and end game. So even if you do well in the opening by hearting all those chess openings, how are you gonna survive in the middle game and the end game? Chess is not about by hearting stuff. Chess is about strategies, tactics and more. So instead of wasting your time in memorizing those openings, focus on learning the important opening principles of the game. Because once you understand the basic principles of any chess opening, you will be able to play better moves than your opponent. Tip number 3. Play chess games every single day. Because you can get better at anything without a lot of repetition. And chess is no different. If you want to get better at chess, then you have to make sure that you spend some time every day with the game. You may have studied tons of theory, but what's the use if you can't put your knowledge into practice? So, play chess every day. And playing doesn't mean that you just go on mindlessly playing blitz and rapid games, especially if you are in the beginner and intermediate stage. Because in both these stages, you are still learning a lot of theory, you're still learning a lot of tactics and strategies of the game. So, you don't want to play games in shorter time controls that makes you lose most of the time because you have still not mastered the art of playing chess. So therefore, I would recommend you to play standard format games. Play a 30 minutes game, play a 1 hour game or maybe more. But take your own sweet time to find the best moves on the board and then play it. And what should one do after playing chess games? Now that gets me to the tip number 4, and that is review and analyze your games. So if you play 10 games in a day without analyzing any single of them, then you will never improve your skills in chess. And the reason is that you will never be able to find your own mistakes, you will never be able to evaluate the opportunities that you had in the previous game that you just lost. So without a thorough analysis of the game, irrespective of whether you lost or won the game, you can never climb up the ladder of rating in chess. So if you are serious and really want to improve your game, analyze your game with a chess engine. Or you can hire a coach in your area who can help you find the mistakes, the blunders, the inaccurate moves, the best moves that you could have played, so on and so forth. You can also take help of other strong chess players to help you review your games. Also, feel free to send me one of your games if you want me to analyze your games. Tip number 5. Master your endgame techniques. Because chess games don't end quickly unless your opponent is a bozo and falls for one of the nasty checkmate traps. So now the key question is how to master the endgame techniques. Well, there are a lot of endgame concepts that you need to study. For example, the king and pawn endgames, the rule of the square, the concept of zugzwang, rooks versus minor pieces, bishop versus knight endgame, passed pawns on the opposite sides of the board, etc. etc. I've already covered these topics in detail on my channel, so please go and check them out. Tip number 6. Double check before you make a move. Because sadly, most of the games are lost by blunders. So before you make any move in the game, it doesn't matter if you're in the opening, middle game or end game, think twice. Make sure that your king is safe, check if you're not giving away any free pieces to your opponent or whether your opponent will be able to fork your pieces or put you in double check or throw you into a discovered attack and other such chess tactics. Tip number 7. Read at least one chess book a month. I know you guys are very busy with your jobs, your studies, your girlfriends and boyfriends and whatnot. But if you're really serious about chess and if you really want to improve in the game, you got to read chess books. Start with one chess book at a time. dedicate at least 15 minutes a day to that chess book, because the depth of knowledge that a chess book gives will leave you with immense powers and tactics and strategies to play the game well. But I know most of you are too lazy to read a book, so don't worry, I've got you covered in this channel. So please like this video and subscribe to my channel, because I'm gonna make sure that every piece of information that you need to know to become a chess master will be delivered to you via my chess tutorials. And now, before I move on to the tip number 8, I want you to check out one of the membership programs of this channel and do join us today. And now comes the last tip, and that is solve lots and lots and lots of chess puzzles. Solving chess puzzles will make your brain sharper, it will make you more alert in the game, because puzzles forces us to look at things from a variety of perspectives and makes us think outside the box. And speaking of chess puzzles, I'm eager to know how many of you can solve this question of the day. Here in this situation, it is White's turn to move, and as you can see, White is clearly down in material and it seems that he is losing the game badly. But there is one move that can end the Black's game immediately. Can you find that move? Let me know your answers in the comments box, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep learning, keep practicing.